Hello, jewels of inestimable value. True strength is not in how loudly you roar, but in how deeply you remain unshaken. The world has yet to fully grasp the quiet revolution happening beneath the surface, one where women are no longer defined by the expectations of society or bound by outdated ideals of femininity. Sigma females are at the forefront of this shift, not seeking attention or validation, but redefining what it means to be truly powerful. They move in silence, leaving an undeniable impact, transforming the narrative of what a woman be into what she chooses to be. In a world obsessed with labels and conformity, Sigma females stand apart, unpredictable, unapologetic, and unafraid to carve their own path. And this, right here, is why they represent the future of femininity. Number 1. They're a living paradox, hard and soft at once. Sigma females are a rare blend of contrasts that the world finds both fascinating and unsettling. They're independent to their core, often mistaken for being aloof, yet they possess an incredible emotional intelligence that allows them to read people like an open book. This duality keeps everyone guessing because they don't fit neatly into any box. One moment, they're reserved and detached, giving off an air of mystery that makes you wonder if they're even paying attention. The next moment, they'll drop a single, sharp observation that cuts through the noise, proving they've been fully aware the whole time. What makes them so captivating is this ability to be both hard and soft at once. They're not easily swayed by emotions, but that doesn't mean they're emotionless. They feel deeply, but they've mastered the art of controlling those feelings instead of letting them control them. It's a subtle kind of power, one that doesn't need grand gestures to make an impact. People never quite know what to expect because Sigma females don't follow a script. This unpredictability is what gives them an edge. It's impossible to anticipate their next move, and that makes them the most intriguing women in any room. What really sets them apart is their emotional depth paired with an unshakable mental strength. They might not always be the loudest, but when they speak, people listen. Their words carry weight because they come from a place of understanding, not reaction. And that balance of being emotionally in tune while mentally unyielding makes them a paradox that the world can't ignore. This rare combination of traits is what puts them ahead, leading the way for the future of femininity, where women don't have to choose between being tough or tender, they can be both. Number 2. They're redefining strength. Sigma females have mastered a kind of strength that most people can't even recognize at first glance. It's not the loud, in-your-face confidence you often see where someone feels the need to dominate a conversation or a room. No, their strength is quieter, more understated, but somehow even more powerful because of it. They don't need to constantly prove themselves or seek approval from others. Instead, they operate with a calm self-assurance that tells you they know exactly who they are, and they don't need anyone else to validate that. What makes them so unique is that they aren't trying to outshine anyone. They don't have to. Their strength is the kind that doesn't demand attention. It simply commands respect. People sense it without even fully understanding why. It's in their steady gaze, their composed silence, and the way they carry themselves with a kind of unbothered ease. They don't waste energy on unnecessary drama or trying to fit into societal molds. They know their worth and they quietly live it without the need for constant affirmation. This type of strength is revolutionary because it's rooted in self-mastery. Sigma females don't let emotions or outside pressures dictate their actions. They've learned how to maintain control over their inner world, and that's the kind of power that can't be shaken by external chaos. It's the kind of strength that makes them stand out without even trying, and it's why they're setting the standard for the future of femininity. Women are no longer defined by how loud they are, but by how deeply they know themselves, and no one exemplifies that better than a Sigma female. Number 3. They're intimidating in their simplicity. Sigma females have a way of making simplicity look like a superpower. They don't need to shout, flaunt, or constantly prove themselves to anyone, and that's exactly what makes them so intimidating. In a world where so many people feel the need to put on a show or seek validation from others, They strip everything down to the essentials. Their lives aren't cluttered with the need for constant approval, social climbing, or pointless drama. It's all about clarity for them, knowing what matters and cutting out the rest without a second thought. That kind of simplicity is unsettling to others because it's so rare. The fact that they can be content with less noise, less attention, fewer people in their circle, confuses those who rely on external validation to feel worthy. Sigma females aren't driven by what other people think or what society expects. Instead, they have an internal compass that guides them, and it doesn't waver based on trends or popular opinion. People find this unnerving because it challenges the conventional belief that you need to be on all the time to be relevant or successful. Their minimalism isn't just about material things, though. It's emotional, mental, and even social. They don't waste energy on superficial connections or trying to maintain appearances. Instead, they focus on what's real and meaningful, which makes them stand out without even trying. And that's the catch. While everyone else is running in circles trying to be seen, they're quietly making their mark by simply being themselves. It's a level of authenticity and self-sufficiency that's both rare and enviable, and it leaves a lasting impression. Number 4. They don't play by the rules, they rewrite them. Sigma females aren't here to follow anyone else's rules. They're here to create their own. They refuse to let society dictate how they should act, think, or live. Instead of conforming to the expectations placed on women, they operate on their own terms, unapologetically. They don't buy into the traditional roles that say they need to be overly nurturing, constantly agreeable, or forever seeking approval. And they certainly don't feel the need to fit into a box just to make others comfortable. What sets them apart is their ability to question everything. They don't accept "this is how it's always been done" as an answer. Sigma females have a natural instinct to challenge norms, break outdated traditions, and redefine what it means to be a woman. They aren't rebellious for the sake of it. They're intentional about carving out a path that feels authentic to them. It's not about being different just to stand out. It's about living a life that's true to their core values, even if it goes against what society has been preaching for generations. This kind of mindset makes them trailblazers. While others are still trying to fit into roles that no longer serve them, Sigma females are out there rewriting the script entirely. They're proving that there's no single way to be a woman and that femininity doesn't have to look like anything specific. It can be strong and quiet, soft and tough, nurturing and independent, all at the same time. In a world that constantly tells women who to be, Sigma females are saying, "I'll decide that for myself." And that's what makes them the future, because they aren't waiting for permission to live life on their terms. They're already doing it. Number 5. They prioritize mental over emotional strength. Sigma females prioritize mental strength over emotional intensity, and this distinction is crucial to their unique approach to life. They understand that while emotions are powerful, they can be fleeting and often cloud judgment if not managed effectively. Instead of allowing emotions to dictate their actions or decisions, they focus on building a robust mental framework that helps them navigate life's challenges with clarity and composure. Their commitment to mental strength means they cultivate resilience, strategic thinking, and problem-solving skills. They approach situations with a level-headed mindset, assessing problems objectively rather than letting emotional reactions drive their responses. This mental fortitude enables them to handle stress, setbacks, and pressures without becoming overwhelmed or losing their focus. By prioritizing mental strength, Sigma females can make decisions based on logic and long-term benefits rather than short-term emotional gratification. This approach allows them to stay calm under pressure, maintain control over their circumstances, and pursue their goals with a clear sense of purpose. They understand that true strength comes from the ability to remain composed and make thoughtful choices even when emotions are high. This focus on mental over emotional strength also contributes to their independence. They don't rely on external validation or emotional support to feel secure or motivated. Instead, they draw from their inner resources, using their mental resilience to stay true to their path and adapt to changing circumstances without losing their sense of self. In essence, Sigma females exemplify the power of mental clarity in maintaining a balanced and effective approach to life. Their ability to manage emotions while focusing on strategic thinking and problem-solving sets them apart, allowing them to navigate complex situations with a level of grace and strength that others often admire. Number 6. They're unapologetically selective. Sigma females are unapologetically selective about who they allow into their inner circle. This discernment isn't born from a place of elitism, but from a deep understanding of their own values and needs. They recognize that their time and energy are valuable resources, and they're not willing to waste either on relationships that don't contribute positively to their lives. This selectivity means they don't form connections based on superficial criteria or social pressures. Instead, they carefully choose people who align with their core beliefs and who enrich their lives in meaningful ways. Their approach to relationships is straightforward and intentional. They're not interested in maintaining friendships or professional connections out of obligation or to meet societal expectations. This might make them appear distant or aloof to some, but it's really about maintaining the integrity of their personal and professional spaces. They understand that surrounding themselves with the right people is crucial for their well-being and success. In practice, this means they can be quite reserved in social situations, not because they're unfriendly, but because they're selective about where they invest their energy. When they do form connections, it's often with individuals who share similar values, goals, or passions. This results in a network of genuine, high-quality relationships rather than a broad but shallow array of contacts. Sigma female selectivity also reflects a high level of self-respect and confidence. They're not afraid to walk away from relationships that don't serve them or that challenge their sense of self. This ability to maintain a high standard for their personal and professional connections ensures that their circle is filled with people who truly understand and support them, contributing to their overall strength and success. Number 7. They're moving beyond gender roles. Sigma females are natural disruptors, but they do it in a way that's completely unexpected. They don't cause a scene or try to shake things up just for attention. Instead, they quietly challenge the status quo by simply refusing to follow it. They live their lives with an authenticity that stands in stark contrast to the conformity so many people are stuck in. While others are busy trying to fit into predefined roles and expectations, Sigma females have already broken free from that mindset. They don't need to rebel loudly because their very existence and the way they move through the world is a form of rebellion in itself. They question everything, whether it's traditional gender roles, societal norms, or the way success is defined. They don't accept things just because that's how they've always been done. Sigma females are constantly looking for new and better ways to do things, whether in their personal lives, careers, or relationships. And because they aren't afraid to go against the grain, they often end up being the ones to set trends, push boundaries, and introduce ideas that others are too afraid to explore. What's truly captivating about them is that they don't need to make a lot of noise to cause a shift. Their impact is felt in the way they live their truth without needing validation from anyone else. This quiet defiance, this refusal to be controlled by outside expectations, is what makes them stand out. They lead by example, showing others that it's not only okay to question the way things are, but necessary. It's this subtle, unwavering resistance to being boxed in that makes them agents of change. Without even trying, they inspire others to question their own limitations and break free from the rules that don't serve them. Sigma females don't just go along with the flow, they create their own path, and in doing so, they end up changing the flow entirely. It's a quiet revolution, one where they don't need to shout or demand attention, but one that leaves a lasting impact nonetheless. Their ability to disrupt without causing chaos, to stand firm in their own values while encouraging others to rethink theirs, makes them some of the most powerful changemakers of our time. Number 8. They make silence their weapon. Sigma females make silence their weapon, wielding it with strategic precision to navigate their environments and assert their influence. Unlike those who feel compelled to fill every pause with words or to seek constant validation, Sigma females understand the profound power of choosing not to speak. Their silence is not passive, but a deliberate tool used to control situations, diffuse conflict, and maintain their sense of agency. When they choose silence, it's often a calculated response meant to communicate disapproval, create space for reflection, or assert dominance without uttering a single word. This ability to remain silent in the face of provocation or distraction allows them to observe and assess situations more accurately, often seeing things others miss. It gives them the upper hand in negotiations, conflicts, or strategic planning, as they can use their silence to their advantage by forcing others to fill the void with their own words and actions. Their silence also serves as a boundary, signaling to others that their time and energy are not to be taken for granted. It's a way of establishing control over their interactions and maintaining a sense of distance that protects their emotional and mental well-being. By not reacting immediately or emotionally, Sigma females can manage their responses in a way that's both measured and impactful. Moreover, silence can be a powerful means of self-preservation. In a world that often values noise and constant communication, their ability to retreat into silence when necessary is a form of strength that underscores their confidence and self-assuredness. It allows them to preserve their inner peace and maintain focus on their own goals without being derailed by external pressures or provocations. In essence, Sigma females use silence not just as a passive absence of sound, but as an active, strategic element of their approach to life. Their mastery of this subtle yet powerful tool enables them to navigate social dynamics and personal challenges with a unique blend of grace and authority. In a world eager to define and confine, Sigma females stand as a powerful testament to what it means to lead with authenticity and self-assurance. Their ability to navigate solitude with grace, challenge norms with quiet rebellion, and set firm boundaries with ease reveals a new paradigm of strength and femininity. They are not swayed by the superficial or the transient. Instead, they move through life with a clarity and purpose that commands respect. When they reach their breaking point, their response is a masterclass in controlled intensity, proving that their strength is not just in their independence, but in their capacity to influence and transform. As society evolves, the unique qualities of Sigma females will increasingly become the benchmark for a new kind of leadership and self-definition. Their blend of introspective strength, subtle defiance, and precise boundary setting illustrates a powerful future for femininity, one where being true to oneself is the highest form of success. In embracing their own path with such unwavering confidence, they are not just adapting to the future, they are actively shaping it. And in doing so, they offer a compelling vision of what it means to be both extraordinary and unapologetically oneself. If you found this exploration into the unique strengths and defining traits of Sigma females as fascinating as we did, make sure to hit that subscribe button. By subscribing to our channel, you'll stay updated with more insightful content that dives deep into the dynamics of powerful individuals and the future of personal excellence. Don't miss out on our next video. Join our community and be part of the conversation that's shaping the future. Thanks for watching, Jules. See you in the next video. Bye for now and stay blessed.